All right, here we go. Welcome to this video lesson. Make sure that you have paper and pencil ready to copy down these notes in order for you to do really well on this topic. All right. So as always, let us start by identifying the name of this video lesson. So this is called probability. So we are going to talk about probability. So what is the math definition of probability? Well, it is a numerical description of how likely an event is to occur and how likely it is that a proposition is true. Now, what the heck does that mean? So pretty much it means what are the chances that something might happen, right? What are the chances that something might happen? Pretty much. What is the probability, right? What is the chances that something might happen? So we are going to look at this fraction here, right? This is called a fraction. So this is our fraction. Right here, let me put a block around this fraction here. Right. And the fraction says, right, it's possibilities, right, over total chances, right? So the fraction line is like that. This is what are the possibilities over what is the total chances that something might happen, right? So what we're going to focus on today is two things, right? We're going to focus on and we're going to focus on or, right? And or. So let us look at and first, okay? So when we see the word and, we think of two things, correct? Two separate things, right? This or that, right? This or that. I know I sound like a hip hop song. It is a hip hop song. This or that, right? So the definition of and says the intersection or commonality of results that can occur, okay? So it's what two things have in common, right? Two things have to have in common. And means two things have to have in common. So let us take a look at this example here. So it says there is a spinner with 15 equal areas, numbered 1 through 15. If the spinner is spun one time, what is the probability that the result is a multiple of 4 and a multiple of 3, right? So what is the probability, right? This is a keyword, right? That the result is a multiple of 4 and a multiple of 3, okay? So, and here is our spinner, right? 15 equal spaces, right? So imagine we have the little arrow here like this, and we spin it, and it spins and spins and spins and spins, and eventually is going to stop, right? So we identify the total number of possibilities, right? So the total number of possibilities, right? Total number of possibilities is 15, right? It's 15 different spaces, right? 1 through 15. So that's going to be our denominator, total number of possibilities. Now, what is our numerator? So here it says multiple of 3. So what are our multiples of 3, right? So if you're not sure, you can use your multiplication table, right? So we're going to write down the multiples of 4 first. So we're going to write 4 here. Now, our multiples of 4. Let's see, 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 4 is 16. Now, this is where I stop. I'm actually not going to write 16, right? Because 15 is the biggest number, right? So I'm going to erase 16. So these are my multiples of 4 that I find here in this spinner. Okay, let us now do our multiples of 3. Okay, now remember, it's only numbers that we find on the spinner, right? So 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 4 is 12, and 3 times 5 is 15, right? So remember, our key word here, right? Our key, let me pick a different color here, this one here, is and, right? And. So, I look at my 2 list of numbers here. I have 4, 8, 12 here, and I have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Right? So what number, kiddos, what number is on both lists? What number is in a multiple of 4? What numbers or number is also a multiple of 3? So let's see, 4 is not on this list. 8 is not on this list. 12 is not on this list, but 12 is here. Look at that. So I know that 12 is a multiple of, let's see, what color could I pick? Let's this one. 12 is a multiple of both 4 and 3. All right. Let's say 3, I don't find 3 here. 6, nope. 9, nope. 15, no. So my only possible answer here, right? The only possibility that I have is 12. So, right, like I said, possibility is on top, total chances is on the bottom of our fraction. So the only possible number that is a multiple of 4 and a multiple of 3 is 12. And the total number of chances, oh, not 12, kiddos. How many numbers? Just one number. Look, only one number. So 1 out of total chances is 15. And there we go. This is our solution. So the chances of the probability of spinning a number that is a multiple of 4 and a multiple of 3 is only 1 out of 15, right? Only 1 out of 15 chance, because 12 is the only number that is a multiple of 4 and a multiple of 3, right? So that is what and is, right? Whenever you see and, right, it's got to be numbers that are on both lists, right? That is and. All right. Let us now take a look at or. So or says, right, let's write the definition here. Or says, read the definition, a union of results that can occur. Now, union means when things come together. So union, right? So let's take a look here at our example. So there is a spinner with 11 equal areas, numbered 1 through 11. If the spinner is spun one time, what is the probability that the result is a multiple of 3 or a multiple of, a multiple of 2 or a multiple of 3? So let us take a look at our important pieces here. So what is the probability? We know we're dealing with probability of a multiple of 2. Right, a multiple of 2 or a multiple of 3, right? Now, our key here is or, right? That is the difference between our first example and this example. So here's our spinner, right? Imagine here an arrow, and it's going to spin all the way around, and it's going to stop on one number, right? And this spinner has 11. So just like we did for the first example, we're going to identify the total number of possibilities possibilities. So the number of possibilities is 11, right? That is the total number of possibilities are 11. 11 equal areas on the spinner. Now, we're going to find the multiples of 2 and the multiples of 3. So let us start with the multiples of 2. Okay? So we have 2 here. So the multiples of 2 is 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 10 is 2 times 6 is 12, but I'm not going to write 12 because 11 is our biggest number here. Right? So these are our multiples of 2. Now let us find our multiples of 3. So 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12. No, 12 is too much, right? 12 is too big, so I'm going to stop at 9, okay? Now, the difference here is our union, right? It says or, right? So we can get this group of numbers or this group of numbers. So it doesn't have to satisfy both because it doesn't say and. So all of these can be correct or all of these can be correct, right? So what are our possibilities, right? So what are our chances? So our chances are, let's see what we have here, okay? Our chances are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, okay? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, okay? Let's do this list now. 3, so we can do 3. Now 6. 6 is already here. So I don't need to write 6 again because look, 6 is already counted for. And then I have 9. So how many is that? Oops, excuse me. How many is that total? So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's a total of 7, right? So the chances is 7, and our total number of possibilities is 11. And so here we go. This is our solution. So the chances that we get a multiple of 2 or a multiple of 3 in this spinner is 7 out of 11, right? It can be 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, and 10, right? So again, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, and 10. So 7 out of 11. So 7 out of 11, we can get a multiple of 2 or 3. Okay? Now, as you can see here, this is the kind of work that I want to see in the assignment, right? It'd be great if you draw the spinner. Drawing the spinner makes it visually, so please draw the spinner. I want you to identify the total number of possibilities. I want you to identify the multiples, right? The multiples of each number. And I want you to combine the chances here as far as for or. Now for and, again, I want you to identify the number of possibilities. I want you to draw the spinner. I want you to draw the multiples, write the multiples of each number, and then you're going to write the numbers that they have in common, right? That's for and. These are the chances. 1. So this was 1 out of 15. All right? So this is what your next assignment is going to cover, right? On this probability assignment. So make sure that you took some good notes, and I'll see you next time.